Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about the October update because there's quite a few campaigns which again they didn't show in the trailer, so we're going to be covering all of them. But before we jump into the video, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to talk about are all the different campaigns that are happening right now. So there is a boost campaign, which unfortunately I don't know what it is because at the time of this recording, the servers are not live yet. So I can't actually log in to find out what the boost campaign is, but apparently there is a boost campaign. I'll cover this in tomorrow's video. Now there are two more campaigns going on. There's an AC purchase campaign as well as an SG shop campaign. And down here, of course, we have the Melty Blood collaboration. However, this is not all. They've also posted out the entire patch notes. So we will be going through the patch notes later in the video. So the first thing I want to talk about is the SG shop because they added something really interesting over here. They added two packages. The first one is the high rank sector support set 1. This one's relatively simple, gives you EXP plus 50% for 24 hours, 3 of them. For 625 SG, it's okay, I suppose, but it's the second one that's a lot more interesting. This one costs 1200 SG, however, it gives you material storage for 30 days. It also gives you end rare drop rate 24 hours plus 100%, that's actually really big. But on top of that, it also gives you PSO2 10th anniversary special scratch tickets, 10 of these. So finally, my PlayStation players have the opportunity to obtain these special scratch tickets. Unfortunately, it is locked behind an SG scratch. However, don't worry, once we get to the patch notes, I'm actually going to give you guys some good news. So overall, these SG packages, I would say maybe if you do have a lot of SG, you can consider getting the high rank sector support set 2, simply because, you know, the extra rare drop rate 100% might net you some extra rugged weapons if you're farming in the high rank sectors. And if the rugged weapons do drop as often as Sega supposedly says it drops, then that can net you some extra money. Speaking about money, let us talk about the AC purchase campaign. So AC is ARC's cash, this is a real money. But as you can see here, there are multiple tiers for topping up. You do not need to spend the AC, you just need to purchase the AC, okay? Keep that in mind. So if you do want to purchase AC now and hold it off for like the Overlord collaboration, you can do so and you can still get all of these items. But the main one I want to show off is at 500 AC, you get PSO2 manga memories times 5. The manga memories are very nice because you can get the PSO2 Call Me stamps, which are very cute. But on top of that, you can also get a couple exclusive idle animations with the PSO2 manga memories. There currently is no other way to obtain these, unfortunately. So it is nice to see that, yay, we finally get a way to obtain it. But unfortunately, it is locked behind $5 or a cash shop, so that does suck. Now for those who are wondering what all the different cosmetic items look like, you can see right here, there's a crab claw over here, there's a pixel rappy, there's the Sonic Dash. The Sonic Dash actually costs exactly the same as before, where it's $100. You need to top up $100 to get the Sonic Dash. So that is a little bit expensive on the pricey side. But if you are a big fan of Sonic, definitely very nice dash animation. Alright, with all of the cash shop items out of the way, let us talk about what actually matters, and that is the patch notes. So first of all, of course, all the Gigantics are now level 69, so that is great. We now get the new PSE Burst Forte and Encores added into the high rank sectors, which are really awesome as well. And on top of this, in combat zones, our PSE gauge can no longer drop below 2 bars. So the moment you hit 2 bars, it is hard stuck at 2 bars. It cannot drop lower, it can only go up. So this is really nice. You know, it's still not the best. I still wish that we could just, you know, not have the PSE bar drop at all. Unfortunately, Sega did address this in the NGS headline, and they said that they're not going to do that, because if they did that, they would have to like lower the drop rates because you just constantly be getting PSE bursts. And so we don't want that because the drop rates are already pretty abysmal. Next thing is they've added PSE Burst Encores to all of the following sectors. So basically all the combat zones now have PSE Burst Encores, regardless of what rank you play on. So if you are farming for seasonal points and the only thing you care about is seasonal points, let's say in the next season next month, then you could just go to Alnoth rank 1 instead. Well, because you can get PSE Encores over there now. They've also added assist NPCs in urgent quest. So now let's say that you're doing an urgent quest with like a small group, maybe you've got 4 people, 3 people, whatever, and you're like, oh man, I need to fill up the other group. Well, now you can fill it up with NPCs, so they'll just autofill all the empty slots. That's really nice. They added a new Ryuker device on Mount Magnus, which is nice because Mount Magnus was really annoying annoying if the PSE burst was like all the way in the back. You had to like navigate there. It was really annoying. So I'm glad they added a new Ryuker device. And then here they added some quality of life things, which we're just gonna skip over. If you want to read it, the link is in the description below. Next up are a bunch of user interfaces over here. So again, these are more quality of life things. So, you know, making the search on the shop a little bit easier. That's pretty nice. They enabled the magnification mode, so this allows you to actually like zoom in. However, keep in mind when you're zoomed in, you can't actually control your character. This is more used for screenshot purposes, or, you know, if you can't read a specific text or something, you can now zoom in with this magnification mode. This was enabled before, but they had some issues with it, so they had to disable it, but they finally fixed all those issues, so now it's enabled. Another thing that has also been enabled is the gather party members option. So basically, if you're in a party and you're the leader, you can teleport somewhere and drag your entire party with you. So that is a really nice change. I'm glad that they finally fixed all those issues. And now this is great. So now the leader just needs to know what they're doing, and everyone else in the party can just say confirm and just teleport with the leader. Easy peasy. They've now added a preview button for music discs as well as voice tickets. Well, we always had the voice ticket thing, but now for the music disc, this is really nice. So now you can preview the music in the treasure shop before you purchase it. You know, give it a listen, see if you actually like the music or not. This is a big thing for me, and they've added last login info display settings in the alliance settings window under alliance commands. So because of this, my alliance will actually be going public. I will make another video in the near future announcing this, but if you're watching this right now, you can actually search up banana pancakes on ship 2 and apply to my alliance because I've just made it public. Next thing is they've added HDR into the options. This is actually pretty cool. Unfortunately, the monitor that I bought does not support HDR, so that kind of sucks for me. But if you do have HDR, you can enable it and blind yourself because it's really bright. But now to talk about something far more important, and that is of course the loot. So as you can see here, they've added drops and megalotics, enhancing as well as equalizing enemies, as well as Dark Falls rank 2. So I'm actually going to be pretty interested in seeing what the new drops are, so I'm going to be going really ham. I will be running a lot of triggers, so you know, Dark Falls rank 2. And don't forget, they've added the new urgent quests into the triggers, which you can buy with your alliance badges. So that is something that I will also be running with my alliance. I'll be buying a bunch of those badges, and hopefully we'll be able to obtain a lot of these stat 4s, because I think those are going to sell for a lot of money. But the most important thing is right here. Some of the lineup of the PSO2 10th anniversary special scratch has been added to the special scratch lineup. So this is what I meant. You know, you could buy the 10 scratch tickets with SG if you want. However, for all of my free-to-play players or people who are just, you know, just don't really want to spend their star gems, you can just get it through this now. You can just go through the special scratch. Like, I have over 500 special scratch tickets, so I can finally use them in order to get whatever I don't have in the PSO2 10th anniversary special scratch. So that is really nice. Now, of course, there is all the balance adjustments. I made a whole video about this, so yeah, you can go back to check that. But if you want to read it for yourself, again, link is in the description below. And they've also increased the ESP that you earn from megalotics enemies, as well as the drop rate from enhanced enemies. But on top of this, they have also lowered the attack stats for ancient enemies, megalotics, as well as gigantics, so they don't hurt as much. I definitely am going to be looking at the gigantics in the open field. I really hope that they don't just one-shot everyone and they've actually lowered the attack stat a significant amount where people can actually survive so they don't get one shot all the time. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.
What can I say except you're welcome for the year?